My name's Emma Friedman.
Very cool. And what program are you in?
I am in Arts Sci. I'm majoring in English.
And cool. And what year?
Second year.
Very nice. Okay, so we're going to be asking you a few questions about how your Jewish identity interacts with you or represents you at Queen's. Okay, so to begin, what sect of Judaism do you identify with? So is that Reform or Conservative or Orthodox or none of the above?
I'd say that I most connect to Conservative Judaism just because that's what my family does. But when people ask me what I am, I kind of just say a Jew. I don't say I'm a Conservative Jew.
Yeah.
I don't really think of it in that sense.
Okay.
But I definitely relate to that sect the most just because my familial history and all that stuff.
And how does being Jewish interact with other parts of your identity? Are there things that you do or do you dress a certain way?
I think that, especially because I've gone to a Jewish school my whole life, I've been taught to kind of view the world in a Jewish way, in the sense that values that I've been brought up with, that have been kind of instilled as Jewish values. That's how I look at the world, and not in a positive or negative way, or I think it's only Jews that have these certain values, but I'm not 100% sure if I would view the world the same way.
And how much effort do you put in to show or represent your Judaism to other people?
I definitely put in the effort in the sense that I never hide the fact that I'm Jewish. I don't think that when I introduce myself to someone that it's necessarily an important detail, but if for some reason it comes up, I also have no issue, and I'm very proud of saying that I'm Jewish. Obviously, I don't really dress that differently than you'd see the average person, so there's no real physical symbols. Every once in a while I'll wear a Magen David or something around my neck, but that's not something I do every day. I talk about Judaism a lot. I talk about being Jewish a lot, or reference Jews or Jewish humor and all that stuff. So it's definitely a huge part of my vocabulary, and I don't shy away from it. But it's also the type of thing that there's context to it. Mm-hmm. It's not the whole oh, I'm shoving it down someone's throat. But if we're talking about what we're learning in politics course, it's just not, it's not relevant there. Mm-hmm. It's not hiding it. It's just,
Yeah. After coming to Queen's, have you found that there's differences in how you perform your religious identity or how you perceive it?
I definitely, I go to shul way less. I don't go to shul here. Whereas at home, I go to shul with my family. But that's also because I really like my synagogue at home. And I don't want to... Look, I get, it's either on... Yeah, it's definitely on me, but I don't feel like going to the synagogue here.
Yeah.
But, yeah, all good. I still practice all the holidays and Shabbat and all that sort of stuff. It's obviously different because back home it's with my family, whereas here I guess I do it with my boyfriend a lot. That we'll either have dinner together and with all the blessings and that stuff, or a few friends, or I go to Chabad or Hillel if they have a dinner every once in a while. I don't know if it's changed what I've done so much. I think I've just kind of had to kind of work on the fly a bit with what I've got. Being kosher is a lot harder here than at home, because I practice kashrut inside my house. So basically I have to have separate dishes and all there's a whole spiel that goes along with it. But my housemates, none of them are, so it's kind of difficult, whereas at home I don't have to second guess it or think about it. Yeah.
Have you made any effort to seek out Jewish culture groups at Queen's?
Yeah, I've gone to Chabad and Hillel. Mm-hmm. I don't go all the time. They're great, they're fabulous resources, but I don't really feel too connected to them. Mm-hmm. It's just, to be honest, it's if I know that I'm swamped and I'm not going to make the effort to make either Shabbat dinner or something for the holidays. So I know that they can provide that for me, so that's great there.
Yeah.
But I much prefer doing it with a smaller group of friends or stuff like that, instead of being in a room of 100 people, because it's hot. It's overwhelming. It's a lot. Yeah.
Are your friends at Queen's mostly Jewish, or is there a mix? And
No.
does it differ from at home?
Yeah, the majority, almost all my friends at home are Jews because I grew up in like the Jewish bubble, and then I came here, and my Jewish friends are such a minority here, and I think it might be because I also took a gap year, so I didn't go to university with my high school friends, so that kind of opened me up to hang in with like non-Jews, which is like it's weird. Then like I always feel like so much more religious. Like when I'm around them, because they're like, "Oh, you do this," like, or like, like, I don't know. It's interesting. They're not better or worse than Jewish friends by any means, but I guess they just don't understand like the culture as much, and like that creates like interesting situations.
How do you find the people around you, like your housemates or coworkers, act or react to your faith?
On average, like supportive. Like it's a very like you type of thing. I didn't realize that like Judaism was so cool to non-Jews. Like a lot of them are like, wow, like you do this, like that's so interesting, or like what's the thing with the hat, or like all like this stuff. It's a lot of, there are a few cases though that like people just like don't understand like why you have to do certain things, or like why I can't go out Friday night until like I have dinner on Friday night. They're like, just come out, I don't understand. There are like a lot of things that I think people don't understand about being Jewish. Like I've already been told, this isn't like by like my friends or coworkers, but I have been told already to check my Jewish privilege on campus. Yeah,
Can you go into that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it was like in like a discussion about like oppressed people in like society and all that stuff. And when I weighed in, they said, "Oh, well, like you need to understand, like you come from like a white perspective." And I was like, okay, like yes, but I also come from a Jew. Like I guess that I visually like I look white, which is like whatever. Like you can't control that. But I definitely identify as Jewish before I identify as white. And it's like, oh, well, like there's like Jewish privilege also. And I was like, I don't know. It was a very like it's one of those situations that I don't really have like words to describe it. There's always been like this like elitist connotation, I think, with Jews, like an idea that whether it was when we were because we were treated like a minority, or whether it's because like we're like a ruling class, like it's like the same like anti-Semitic narrative. And like I don't think this girl is anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
And I doubt she's anti-Semitic, but it's like wow, it's interesting to see how that kind of spreads into like cultural thought. And how people don't even realize what they're saying sometimes, and how offensive it is.
Yeah. And lastly, what is your favorite Jewish tradition that you practice?
I think probably like Shabbat or like the holidays. I know like that's like so vague, but I just love the idea of like being with my family and practicing that. Like I hate praying; it's so boring. So it's definitely not that.